Welcome to the podcast. Today, we have with us Toby Gillespie, who's the Secretary of the IEC Conformity Assessment Board. Welcome, Toby.
I'm Toby Gillespie. As Priyanka mentioned, I am the CAB Secretary. So basically responsible for the administration and the coordination of all activities in the conformity assessment world. And I'm certainly glad to be here in New Delhi, and thanks to the host for a wonderful event.
Thank you, Toby, for being here. And at the GM, as you mentioned, leaders, experts, technology experts, policymakers from all around the world are flying in to talk about important work, to talk about how standardization is setting the path for the future. In that sense, how big a role does conformity assessment play in accelerating our sustainable future?
Well, conformity assessment is critical. Naturally, it's very close and dear to my heart. However, traditionally we've been known as a standardization organization. So we create standards and we create standard content that many of the industry use for ensuring a consistent product worldwide. But to really add value, the conformity assessment comes in and we provide some verification services to those standards and the products that are designed and built to the standards. So actually, confirming that the standards are being used properly and as they're expected in the production is very important for us, and it ensures that there's consistency worldwide. And if I go to New Delhi, I can expect the same performance, same reliability as if I go anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, and that aligns so well for the logo that India embodies sometimes, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, the world is one, and conformity assessment and standards can be one for everyone, right? But you brought up a point that was quite interesting, which is verification. And this year's theme for the general meeting is fostering a sustainable world. How are we verifying that we are sustainable?
Well, there are a couple of different ways, but I guess I would start with, one of our newest systems for conformity assessment is in the renewable energy world. So for 10 years now, because we've just recently celebrated 10 years for the IEC-RE, we've been really accelerating the pace of how we verified the quality and the performance of renewable systems. So wind turbines, photovoltaic systems, marine energy systems, they've all been, let's say, moved forward in the world and made much more visible and accessible because of the IEC-RE. Now, on the verification side, in our system IEC-Q, we offer verification systems for sustainability and carbon footprint. So as everyone knows, there's been an acceleration of reporting requirements globally for greenhouse gas emissions and for carbon footprint, etc. But unfortunately, with that comes a lot of, let's say, falsification. So in order to really ensure that we've given the confidence to the customers and in confidence to the regulators and to the governments that are hosting these industries, we provide that verification services that the customer can really rely on to understand that the calculations and the reporting was done properly.
And is this just for the electrotechnical world, or is it more horizontal?
No, we can do it horizontally. So it's one nice thing about the IEC. We've traditionally been electrotechnical, but we're now obviously embracing the changes in the world, and I think we're adapting to be current.
That's great, and staying with the current times, it makes sense that current IEC that lays the foundation for all the electrotechnical world is taking us towards an all-electric, connected and sustainable society.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Toby, so much.